What up, though? It's your host, Kamal Lukata, and welcome back to the Kamal Lukata Show, the podcast that everybody is talking about. And tonight we're going to have a brief but fun discussion about the NBA playoffs and my 2017 pick for the NBA's league MVP. That's right, we're going to reveal my pick for the NBA league MVP. And I guarantee you, whoever I pick is who the league is going to pick. Because I know what I'm talking about. All right, let's get straight to it. Let's start off with the Eastern Conference Finals. We got the Boston Celtics, led by Isaiah Thomas. And we got the Cleveland Cavs, led by LeBron James. Now, in Game 1, we saw the Cavs dominate the Celtics on their own home court as LeBron James asserted himself offensively, looking every bit like the best player in the world with 38 points, 9 rebounds, and 7 assists. He also got a little bit of help from Kevin Love with 32 points and 12 rebounds. Now, defensively, the Cavs, who won 117-104, shut down the Celtics' phenomenal star, Isaiah Thomas, who only scored 17 points, which is way below his normal scoring average. I expect the Cavs to keep up the intensity and steal another game and eventually sweep the Celtics, moving on to the NBA Finals. Me personally, I just think that the Cavs are too in sync right now. Tyronn Lue really needs to get better, more accolades for how well he is coaching his team. And LeBron James, a lot of people hate on LeBron, but what can you say? The man is in his 14th year and he's in his prime. What can you say? He has that team well in sync. Very guard-oriented team, very three-point-oriented team, but you also have players like Tristan Thompson who keeps plays alive with his offensive boards. Now, let's talk about the Western Conference Finals with the Golden State Warriors and the San Antonio Spurs. Golden State is up 2-0 as they pulled out a close one in Game 1, edging San Antonio 113-111. But not without seeing Spurs star Kawhi Leonard going out to an injury that could change the outlook of this matchup for the rest of the series. With Leonard out in Game 2, the Warriors routed the Spurs 136-100, led by Stephen Curry's 29 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists in 31 minutes of action. Kevin Durant added 16 points in 28 minutes. Now, at this point, the Warriors look to be headed for a sweep of the Spurs. And I'm thinking that it's going to end up being another Titanic finals battle against the Cavs again. So, the Warriors are another team that are pretty much a guard-oriented team, a three-point-oriented team, and I'm personally looking forward to seeing this battle with them and the Cavs in the finals. Unless something drastic changes, which I don't think. I think that those two teams are going to be on a collision course in the finals. Now, let's talk about what everybody's been waiting for. My pick for the 2017 NBA League MVP. Now, there's been 5 outstanding candidates this year for that award, in my opinion. And that's Russell Westbrook, James Harden, Kawhi Leonard, Isaiah Thomas, and LeBron James. So let's start with LeBron. LeBron James averaged 26 points, 8 rebounds, and 9 assists for the season, leading Cleveland to a 51-31 record. Now, that would normally be enough for the best player in the world to win the award, but it was too many other outstanding players this year, so, he kind of played the middle of the field this year. Then you got the Boston Celtics, Isaiah Thomas, at 5'9", averaging 29 points, 3 rebounds, and 6 assists during the regular season. But the most important stat to me was the fact that he led the league in fourth quarter scoring. Now, if that doesn't spell valuable, what does? Another thing about Isaiah Thomas, which was kind of after the regular season, was the fact that he played through the tragedy of his sister who passed away not too long ago. and he still carried on through that in the playoffs. And he so far he's still alive in the playoffs. And on top of that, he led Boston to a #1 seeding in the Eastern Conference. So I really have to commend Isaiah Thomas for the season he's had so far. James Harden. Let's talk about James Harden. Averaging 29 points, 8 rebounds, and 11 assists. Nearly averaging a triple-double. And also leading the league in assists. But stats alone don't necessarily spell MVP. Although at some point in the season he was he was leading the league in scoring and assists at the same time. But that eventually metered down throughout the season. But James Harden is he's a force to reckon with. He ain't nothing nice on that basketball court. You know, once he gets his opponent kind of measured down and gets him, gets to that hole, it's nothing you could do. There's nothing you could do once he gets that ball up in the air. Next is Kawhi Leonard. The super quiet leader of the Spurs averaged 25 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists, and continues to prove his intensity on defense makes him more valuable than most offensive-based superstars in the league. Okay. Kawhi Leonard is actually, I have to say, my favorite player in the NBA right now. I really enjoy watching his intensity, watching his focus and his concentration. The fact that the Spurs continue to make great players out of older players and older veteran players and young players and rookies. It says a lot for Coach Popovich, okay, but I think Kawhi Leonard really exudes what Coach Popovich, preaches out in San Antonio, and I really enjoy watching that guy play. I would pick him to be on my team before I pick anybody else right now, but unfortunately, he's not my choice for the MVP. My choice for the league MVP in this outstanding field goes to OKC's Russell Simmons. I'm sorry, did I say Russell Simmons? I'm thinking about music. Now that's gonna be another thing, y'all, because I got some stuff coming up too, some episodes coming up. We're gonna have some real good discussions on music. But Oklahoma City's Russell Westbrook, that is my choice for NBA League MVP 2017 regular season. At 31 points, 11 rebounds, and 10 assists, Russell Westbrook did something that hasn't been done since Oscar Robertson, and we're talking about back in the 70s, and it's only been done once, and that's average a triple-double. And even after losing Kevin Durant, and James Harden in the last 2 years, he still found a way to lead his team full of young players to the playoffs. Westbrook plays with an intensity that's unmatched by anyone else, and right now seems to be at the prime of his career. Therefore, he's my choice for the regular season MVP in the NBA. Okay? So, that'll be it, folks. That's all I wanted to talk about today. If you got any more suggestions for some of my shows, things that you want me to talk about or things you want to discuss and some ideas, let me know. Hit me up on Facebook, hit me up on Instagram, hit me up on Twitter. I'll give all that information out in a second. But we will be discussing some very interesting topics coming up. This podcast is an ongoing podcast. I'll probably be podcasting about twice a week with some interesting topics. Most of these podcasts they're going to be lasting between 10 and 15 minutes long, but you get a lot in that much time. Okay, so I really appreciate everybody that liked and shared my first podcast. So I'm really working hard to try to make sure we got some exciting stuff to put out here. All right. I'll see y'all in a couple of days when I do my birthday podcast. Yeah. All right. This Saturday, May 20th, check me out and show me some birthday love, okay? Show me some birthday love on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got nothing else going on, just talking to my peoples, kicking it with my peoples, you know what I'm saying? Stop the violence out here, Detroit. Let's show some love for each other. Let's build and not kill, okay? But definitely, my next podcast, we're going to be talking about what's going on in Washington, D.C. right now with Donald Trump and the upcoming probe and investigation into his ties with the Russians. Does this spell impeachment? We shall see and we shall discuss it. All right. So shout out to my sponsor, Irving Professional Training School, located at 17036 East 9 Mile Road in East Point, Michigan, the place where medical professionals are trained. If you are looking to become a CNA, a patient care tech, or any area of the medical field, you want to go to this school right here, 17036 East 9 Mile Road in East Point, Michigan. It is Irving Professional Training School. I will have more information on the school and more contact information in my next few podcasts, but definitely you want to check the school out if you're trying to get into the medical field. We have some great success stories coming out of that school. All right. If you're looking to sponsor or become a sponsor, I have some great rates where you can get some good views here and people can see what you have to offer. So I got some good advertising opportunities for you. Okay, I'll put that information down in a second. Don't forget to purchase my book, Legendary Detroit Mentality, on Amazon.com. Please purchase that book. It's available in hard copy and in ebook form. All right. Add me on Instagram at my Instagram is Lukata_the_author. That's LUKATA_THE_author. Okay. And that author is AUTHOR. You can also add me on Twitter. My Twitter is Author Lukata. Okay. So anybody that wants to sponsor, you can hit me on those, or you can hit me on Facebook at facebook.com Mr. Lukata. Mr. Lukata is my Facebook. Okay. Facebook.com /Mr. Lukata. Okay. If you have any questions, suggestions, or you want to be a sponsor, or you have any remarks or anything like that, you can hit me at my email, authorlukata@gmail.com. Okay. All right. Thanks again for listening. I also want you guys to be on the lookout for my publishing company, Mack and Van Dyke Publishing, which is what my book, Legendary Detroit Mentality, is released on. I'm a self-publisher, but I also have, I want you to look out for Lenora Watkins. Okay, remember that name, Lenora Watkins. She is going to become the #1 author in the country as we release her books. She has a book called Shut Up Girl and Listen to God. And we have another book that we'll be releasing also. I'll be getting that information out to you. So just be on the lookout for that. She's a real talented author here in Detroit, and she's down in Atlanta also. So just be on the lookout. And just like I said, I appreciate all the love and all the likes and all the shares. Please share, like, and view as much as possible. Download everything. All right. Thanks again for listening. I'm your host, Kamal Lukata, and this has been the Kamal Lukata Show, the podcast everybody is talking about. Peace.